On the seventh floor of Orchard Towers car park, a silver car had not moved for days. At first, it looked abandoned. Then came the smell. By the time security called the police, Singapore was about to uncover one of its most disturbing murder cases. When officers forced the vehicle open, they found two decomposing bodies. One was identified as Ko Nai Seng, a Singaporean driver. The other was Lan Ya Ming, his girlfriend, a woman from China who had come to Singapore seeking work and a new future. Their deaths had not happened in that car. The car was only where someone wanted them to be found. Orchard Towers sat near one of Singapore's most famous shopping districts. But after dark, the building had another reputation. Nightlife, alcohol, hidden deals, and people living double lives. In 2002, that reputation would be tied forever to a car left in its upper car park. Michael McRae was a British financial advisor living in Singapore. Ko Nai Guan was more than his driver. According to reports, McRae treated him like someone close, almost family. Ko lived around McRae's household. So did Lan Ya Ming. But behind the private doors of Balmoral Park, the relationships had become strained. After New Year's Day, the group drank together. What happened next was reconstructed through court accounts. A remark was allegedly made. Tempers rose. A confrontation turned physical. In minutes, a private argument became something far worse. Ko was fatally injured during the fight. Lan, according to later accounts, was also attacked and restrained. The room fell quiet, but the horror did not end there. Instead of calling for help, the people inside began thinking about how to hide what had happened. Forensic details later showed the deaths were not simply followed by panic. There was a cover-up. Belongings were gathered. Bodies removed. A wicker basket and blankets became part of the concealment. The apartment was no longer a home. It was a place being erased. The bodies were placed inside Ko's car. Then the vehicle was driven to Orchard Towers and abandoned in the car park. It sat there for days. People walked past. Engines started nearby. Elevators opened and closed. Nobody knew that inside the silent car were two missing lives. By the time the bodies were discovered, McRae and his girlfriend Audrey Ong had left Singapore. The case crossed borders. Authorities traced them overseas. McRae was eventually brought back to Singapore, where the court process would reveal the full scale of the cover-up. McRae pleaded guilty to 2 charges of culpable homicide, not amounting to murder, and 1 charge of causing evidence to disappear. He was sentenced to 24 years in prison. The court did not see this only as a drunken fight. It saw 2 deaths, followed by a calculated attempt to escape responsibility. Today, the case is remembered by the place where the bodies were found, not where the deaths began. Orchard Towers became the name attached to the crime. A car park, a smell, a locked vehicle, and 2 people whose final hours were hidden until the building itself seemed to give them back. Ko Nai Xuan and Lan Ya Ming were found in January 2002. The case remains one of Singapore's most infamous double killings.